Rose Wireless. Switch to Kenny Rose Wireless and enjoy streaming without buffering, communication with no lagging, business without restrictions, and achievements with no limits. Get
na manya visa say me ko US akokoro ka my dey chichedi ni koda kami tu fuma che
mo ya ma asem na yaro
kami ko ya che
na Ghana buy the sika nyina football and can you the rubber your football ni create jobs for Ghanaians. Any problem, for instance, if you run a local leagues in grassroots no, where players are paid. Yet you come and say, and not share any mumu. I bind you to mu say, COVID inti yentia players ka. Nye tiai. Na napko for what why yentia omuka busuminsia. Napko for how much did Christmas? Yakopon au hata sonkwa nim. If we are in this country, we are glorifying this. And I am born, and I want ya FIFA be banny, a can't be banny. I'm banny. The Japanese, banny, a mimic to Gregwana and Watreno. Mimini, executive council of the FA, one and Watreno. More class of mucha pleska. It is a mutiming or Cassam in Prediasa. Assembly of Cav was Masa Cromodia. Abandon review. Go to the French speaking countries. Baby, you cool, Miss Adian. Kobus almost say. Abayno ne tromo domonya na say omo na eye na ga obete sounds o ginia o de kodin samfo ho obete wasum gumbe wasum mo den so firi wasum ba e na pokwa je abeka so bo wan so te from na wusi ba bonsum abayno president na be fro kwa go bo wasum ba de o
my news you now real homo Ghana Premier League referees no 11 weeks in Tiomoka
11 weeks
yeah week 11 ye enra Onangel any Premier League referee, any Sadiq Adams Kasai, and what catch them say for 11 weeks in Tiomuka. So what they do is say chairman, on one kasa they do musika, FK, hotel accommodation nano, referees na kasa and omoye. Now the question they have is say, you see the referee should not be corrupt. Any question referee bribe, but I consider Emma referee bribe in the chairman. We don't think about it. Adia betime force a referee amane nkoje bribe enkoye unfair resource any botomi there. We are not thinking about it. Now referee akọ 11 games in Tuanika wako center bi no be amane be 5,000 Ghana cedis on ko di amane say then somebody give the referee 5,000 Ghana cedis say mama just a drone game the referee will be tempted son konkoji dia reho say chairman in the same situation they can was no Ghana Football Association executive council members. Omo two question pay them ankem. Each player edged $20,000 as an appearance fee for our West AFCON. AFCON yakoyina no when in West, but each player took $20,000 an appearance fee. Aside that, $300 as what per diem for each day. Chairman, there we say players mienu pay appearance fee no. Etimi tia doji Ghana Premier League no ni sika. Players mienu appearance fee say $40,000 meboa and they convert $40,000 into Ghana cedis. Last year, ye ball league ni wie no. Team oji Ghana Premier League no has folk. Ya man 2.5 billion. 2.5 billion no around $40,000. Players mienu pay appearance fee etimi tia doji Ghana Premier League no ni winning ni scout minya
2.5 billion.
2.5. Yeah. 2.5 billion. Plus pesika.
Yeah.
It is even more than Georgia Ghana Premier League. Georgia Ghana Premier League say 2.5. Plus pay appearance fee no 2.56 billion. 2.56 billion. But Georgia Ghana Premier League no enya says kano I did place peka for appearing to play at the Nations Cup and my worst performance. There be a can Ghana kwesi yesi dai. Any adwene roof yi no ho. Esoro ne fefe na say roof bi abacha ma efe pa o. And the body edu ana. O say the body kama. Correct one pa. Roofing fefe. Ya plaster the kama. Interior kama but foundation and the clay near foundation. Clay near foundation. We are thinking about the top level there. BBF it is room, but baby a production level here. See any bring your produce place in there. Here. How do you explain? Say Ghana a football nation. You pay players appearance fee for $20,000 each. By a 11 games I enter Ghana Premier League referees. How do you explain this? And yet you say football. You want to fix this? Me say I will not mean support this referee to bribe that. I will never support it. Meaning to that. But chairman, and near member referees not bribe no. It is a referee in terms if you are saying. Now I call 11 months in a car. My majuma, Mr. Dikabet, my friend, sent my majuma. 11 months in Tramica.
1.
It is 11 months. 11 months. Untia place, untia referees in car. How do you demand accountability from these referees? It is a referees in Costa review panel anymore. Yaramon Ferry. Say referee for the game. Why not yet? It was friend. So we chin him. Sometimes we punish these referees, but the same review panel no will not even be thinking about how to get these referees paid. E ka wo frɛ na wo twere nim no na nka wo fight say the sika akam no o giama no na referees ni call every man don tua ne ka wo kra no akwai say wo ne obi tifi na wo ne tin pa wo na say wo hwɛ no na wo hwɛ no your authority on that person kwata ma wo lusu the FA the authority on these referees no they are losing it obara ne tifi wo na say otodua ne ma abadi e so tua ba ne school fees wo ye bibia chema onye sa de na your authority on your child, no, you've lost it.
Exactly.
They say referees now, FA should have an authority on these referees, no, because they are not paying them, no. The authority on these referees, no, they are losing it. How do you call the players that will make them into OD match phone? And then I'll just have to tell friend. Before you demand accountability from these referees, the chairman, pay them and pay them well.
No, now the situation is this: if you are not paying these referees. Now, expected them to work, to perfection. Yes, one way or the other, I would say that we are not being fair. And these are referees. Obeti penalty phone to please one team, ebi a okwa team be jana kwan.
Yes.
Obeti penalty am team bi because him set team where the owner no ska. Ebi ko na ni nyam man ska. Ba obaboa na na hye because so obe jana kwan. And these, when the Baby baby are dream, and they are telling us that to run the FA, you have to be a club man. And these are the same club people running our football. And aside that, yet to come and as gold, and in Tala's game, Besine, nothing has happened to that game. What was him? Because still there are fixed matches. People are fixing games in our league. Hey, listen, he should shut up. Manning Kasakra. Say, or your CAF General Secretary. Say, Abayo, now Abayo to go and so, Okahubi, Brian Brain, Abaykaho. It's why no to be convincing. No. Say, you may play $20,000. Oh, no, so Jitum. Say, you discard $20,000 by my players even before they kick a ball at the AFCON. So, my point is that just coming after 1 week, I am $20,000 richer. What is the edge? What is the edge? Me throw 2 weeks about group stages a week. 2 weeks in both group stages we are. Pay them $300 a day.
$300 a day.
300 2 weeks at 14 days. Check me. 10 days at 3,000.
Yes.
10 days at 3,000. 4 days no gusro 1,200. 4,200. 4,200 plus it's $24,000. Me more ball. Me I'm qualifier. Me kofia. I'm okay. Me a player, I'm sorry, I'm going me answer. Me a pata. Me a Jordan, I'm going to Crystal Palace. Me a year, I'm going to Leicester. I'm at it. Because I'm 24,000.
1.53 billion.
Cool money.
Or more ball.
I said, you're trying. On him, no music, or anima. We Nansa. Does this make sense? Who did you him when him says, and I was there. Why are we in Yansa?
My man Fanka.
Sir, players, I'm more ball. Yamamu 20. No matter the per diem, none of where did ya rest a crack with the Japan so no coffee. Omoko be $24,000 rich. Without winning a game, they're okay. Then you're telling the same players to go and win the AFCON. What's the edge? What is the edge to win the AFCON? The sports minister, you agreed to pay this. Ministers of cabinet ministers, because I understand. So some of these things goes to the level of cabinet. They agreed to pay this. We are near catch the ordinary Ghanaian on the street. Send yes, can you bo mine? Tienja e-levy. Now that's all Casas which Timamunina.
By simple calculation, say the 28 players in the call AFCON. So BRG 20,000 appearance fee, scale TM that kicking the ball. $560,000.
All the players in Kwampacho appearance fee no technical team for Nijibi.
Me the players in Kwan.
That before Maka technical team no for never 10 count this year. 38.
20,000
times 20.
Some of them even take double.
Yes.
760.
Yes, answer never bought tournament. Nagana spent
$60,000.
$60,000.
Yes.
I check. Oh, inshallah for no. Nyansa you need back. Because Oju want to say you nyam more born, you send $760,000.
Almost $1 million.
Almost $1 million. You charm a place, someone you me.
Management committee members who could get 10,000.
Aye.
To a place in technical team.
Because they running up $1 million because $1 million, yeah, Shino. Ghana is $1. Only you over $1.
Yeah, we
don't see $1 million. Yankee ball. I'm calling and starting. I've gone no sub. Can last minute go. You can't have me. I've gone. You do $1 million.
But I could just kind of flip you.
Dalbo, chairman. Or I can get 12 in a man. The farmer on some man. Oh my, you are somebody.
Chairman, that cartel near Kosovo a year if you want.
And I'm from
Enyaya. That's the appropriate word that made me use your mom. And only me name. Chairman, say Enyaya, your football enkoso ne enkoso china. Chairman, unim dienti omubeja local players no akwakofa wola kota ba bedem.
Alinta.
Because omu diskano ebe kwa koche. So obi mkodi ni free na ya de ne agya ne basa. Say wola kotwo Swindon Town. Eno na me no opanyi bi kasa from US. Anadwo no eno o kire me kwan ya wola kot efa so ba Black Stars. Ono ene propose wola kot edema Ghana mpanyimfo no that time na Sika Akono ene David Duncan na coach. Chairman na wola kot e wa Bristol City. That guy or passing through the ranks of Bristol City. Sano the buy, but onya bina. It was on Wolacott, Sakran, or you good 25 years of age or future. Enti, I didn't know Fanema David Duncan is Sika Akono. It's because of Black Stars. Entina Wolacott, every walk call Swindon Town. From Bristol City to Swindon Town. All because Wolacott pursue on your playing time. And Penyibi Kacheni say, 4th division na ewo England ono. Ya de compare ye league na de na ewo soro. Enti so mo frɛ Wolacott from 4th division na. Omo di so mo frɛ no. Yen hwɛ ye pitches ye boss ball. Da ben what is say 4th division na England no. 11 matches in 2 referee kada. The bay and a chairman, what is here? Say Bristol City, and I say 4th division England, no Swindon Town, and now 4th tier team B, England, or move first match be a PM order. Look at the facilities. More further compare no. Anytime, Ghana, your league near strong no. Excess, your tournament, a yan your back in year pa. Enti anya one say 2006. Yeko na local players na ebono. Omu bobo ni ye in the name of Habib Mohammed and Sheila Iliosu. 1991. Abra Ghana kwaje under 17 championship no. Chairman yeko 92 no. Okay say omu benche kwasi apia. One na about 3. No a young player. Wako under 17 Abba. And that time, check it from the local scene. Isaac Asari. From Anderlecht, chairman. Mebo. Only say under 17. Omuko camp. Satam na ye this game of Black Stars. Amoma kogu ye nima se poto. Na under 17 for no mu ofie. Meanwhile, next month omu tournament.
Na under 17 and 20 no. Ko players go. Go for players are from Agugo.
Exactly. And that cartel, no, that's the reason why me use that the politics air cost one and chama mama wa yiwe na Andy ka say semenyo ya frɛ no almost o mu di nachi ye be ka semenyo asem wo fiasa ye kan ya Leroy Owusu
omunyai sa omumanye ho wa hwan wo
chairman
wasa
chairman bebo
omukoye ne no som de akwa digakra
that me say football na ye in Ghana say no what are they doing exactly? You don't pay coaches, you don't pay players. National team coaches under 17 2023 for close to 2 years you don't pay them. So FF1, what football are they doing in this country? Exactly. Mama clubs abo league there. How much do you even pay these referees? How much? The appearance fee of per them na $300. We bet referees can be prensa 3 times. Now we be a AFCON. Ajin just 1 day pay. Now a Ghanaian referee, integral component of football in Ghana. No, they can go as long as 11 games, no payment.
80 revenue go the game now. What we will do is that, and then Miami press cam could say me pre-financing makudi. So I don't know if it's not a calculated attempt to 80 America to kunya a chance to meet the president and the sports minister. And they were talking about the national team.
These were the issues.
It went to me and Ragajam said, we're also having problems in our local league. And the president, can I say the Goma Blasters? Medenka, Ebianka 25, they move 5, never local league because we can't even pay our referees. You can't pay our players, we can't pay our coaches. And also, players ni free. Nobody thought of that. That's what I'm saying, that when it comes to people's interest, what comes into their pocket, it becomes a different ball game altogether. Yes. Because many yes. That's the system.
The winner of Ghana
and that's what we are breeding into our children. And it will happen to our children's children. You get to a point in time, Ghana, small bar, this will just can't.
Yes.
Because that is the training our leaders are giving the young people. So even when you are a leader, you position of authority, that will benefit you.
Yes.
And not the people. So you see where our country is getting to, and God save us. God help us.
And we are preaching. We are preaching patriotism to the youth. Why is the youth not being patriotic to this country in the first place? On rising to the top, they have a pie under 17 players. I want a production level. Uji player niska because the coach is not paid. So the coach will have to find means to pay himself. The player neighbor on yard niska. The oyard neighbor on 20 rejecting. Nasa player no bomber the half brebra could do topper. You are not going to preach patriotism to such a player. At the time I know here on mine or by nine fino. After don't hear no. After you're not Brenna, Sadisu case, for instance, what Brenna no, at the time the country needed to be patriotic to him, no. Yeah, yes, sir. Now you want him to be patriotic to us. And then Obiko police, chairman, unim, yeah, Geno. Obiko, Obia school, or cross certificate, resources, or Timco University, no, yeah, Geniska. Nasani Pana Timco Press get admission to the university. Ebene Dumaya, you don't preach patriotism to such a person at that time. A man may be a con, may I say, I will hope. See a Timiko Afcon, near just $300 per diem to each individual. Benjamin to a referee car, or Mama say, referee 11 man in Chomoka. But you have enough money. Say Ghana with a pedigree or our Afcon. You did 9 semi-finals, one wine, near intimate winning game. Near spending close to $1 million for not winning a single game of our Afcon. Chema, we are mad.
And the thing about Afcon is that your hotels are paid by CAF. Continent are approved by CAF. The CAF takes care of them. But yes, spending Yakodoha, Bibia. And aside that, yente analogy we say you bought qualification to the Afcon. So players no bomb match no winning bonus. Omba camp e bomb per diem. Sorry, after paying that, say o match be winning be amateur winning bonus now they are qualifying. Oh, we want tournament and masama appearance fee.
Agwesa mafaka.
Masama appearance fee. My appearance fee you know. Me say group no qualify. Masama qualification fee. Bonus.
A simple explanation me kokijitia. Mafaka. Say me the kokijitia. You do some run about metriaka. You do keje metriaka. You could do ya so master kwa could do nintino. So I just can be count. Abraham ko nyina metua ka o.
And that's what check is can you know.
Metua every
drive and do go do baby akono. And now say is gaso. What am I do?
This
and Saji we can.
Players no qualify to the AFCON. We paid money on the road every single match we paid. I'm qualify we ya. Yes, must qualify we say ko AFCON make kentino. Mo sa anyi enyeska ketwa $20,000. Madness.
Okay, Andy Casillas, very mu amano answer. Darling Professor Baso. Na yen share amano nsem say he said Senegal for no be a kan wasem. Ose Palmer on the Tama Youth Club president or say Ghana also a broader consultation on how to fund Ghana football because they said the economy and yadi ekoyi appeals committee announced decisions more finding and abandoning clubs nibi more sanctions sorry yababe here Santiago go say he say go play about a on loan to Helsingborg in Sweden so about terminating the contract yaba so Hearts of October Fede then some about African Super League and on some you dissecting yawe and a branch of the sense reporting and say I'm Roberts are attacking here. They want some about referee match review panel as the decisions we about on certain referees. Yababi winning in an answer no Andy Casillas at the room Niago Shaman on some no na I was me sure the same thing said the Iowa state lands government lands Bibisa and on the mom na yasama $87,000 scanning said and yeah but Sadio Mane story we say Sadio Mane eko yarida
omne Kived
only go by the clash na ya Nico hospital yes go hospital no hu obi oda hospital wa
akwala ba akwa na so ne yare mu adin
yes no mu nyesken tia no
otua ni nyina
e otua ni nyina ma akwa
otua ni nyina so to abusafo ne ka o
da akwa ni nyame be sha tini nyame sha na sa no that guy is oh yeah something else where you down hospital one who say akura bi dawa na busuafo ni sika on betia hospital bills and also wafa hospital bills nyina
even on the hospital bed no make donations
the guy is something else oh yes your mamu in shirachen oje ti mamu obi no give mamu obi no ma only be ground so no dey kakra bi no wetin
any one say $87,000 ne kra bi na ko Bambali
the bank come the for so vanyawe
ko Bambali
avanyawe now buy what almost 3 weeks as a month says Charika every week he's paid
Chelsea the two
by Liverpool what I say
Liverpool 40
Christian well
Chelsea game no live on 1HD TV about 4:30
and about 4:30 live on 1HD TV over to Chelsea Club World Cup FIFA Club World Cup no yeah 1HD TV live into obi am permission or multi TV decoder ni bia rescan na ubenya also get your decoder and scan ubenya 1HD TV clear pictures. And of course, you remember the very best in sports. And so, also. Christian, remember I said, yes.
Na me de makama bre.
What is happening?
Ese mi jai kan bia ha komi o he on ye Manchester United ndie.
E bia jai be my images of no game no.
Na say kra say o for Manchester United local supporters am so no ye president.
No that's in game na gaza.
On e beti match mentias you. For the second consecutive games, United will dominate the games. Have several shots, most on target. But any game no Manchester United winning. In the FA Cup versus Middlesbrough, your ball game you no Manchester United about 71% of ball possession, 30 shots, 9 of them were on target, including a penalty. But against Middlesbrough or no lower division club, we game no Manchester United from FA Cup. Now right after that game no. Manchester next game is against Burnley in the English Premier League. Chairman, I have Burnley position. Burnley are 20th. Teams now able league ni na no. They onya de kra Burnley. Season when na Burnley we need just one game. And only Manchester United able. Again, ye ball game ni no. Na Manchester about 64% of ball possession, 22 shots, 5 on target, and still United did not win. So 2 games against teams you expect United to win, they will dominate, create the chances, more shot on target, but we had 2 games now. Now Manchester United and me and share. And then United are dropping better the 5th position. The chance
there are two teams are on the United achi. So two teams ni win here. Chairman, United na the same points. United 39 points. Arsenal 36. Arsenal win here about 39. Tottenham Hotspur 36. So win here about 39. Yesterday season we ade ada many me say United bet my say last season na sa teams keten no and never points against Manchester United. It never to season we na United did Ronaldo buy Eddie Rafa Varane buy Eddie JD Sancho buy no na me nim say bianca sa teams keten na United air drop points against them anya bia bet me win points no but chairman this season we teams United drop points against them. Burnley 20 of our points against Manchester United. At the point, Aston Villa about 2-2. Don't forget, say the same Aston Villa ever Old Trafford versus Manchester 1-0. Newcastle struggle, but then Newcastle any Manchester 1-1. Everton struggle, but then Everton any Manchester 1-1. Aston Villa to me by Old Trafford versus Manchester United by 1-0. These are teams with the players of United one day they should be able to win. You should win. Last season they finished second to Man City. Only had 12 points behind Man City. It will be them so much in the league in the corner. And at least they should close the gap between Man and Man City. But 19 and a year 12 points behind Man City. No, Chairman, only 19 points behind Man City. Man City winning now. Man City got 22 points ahead of Manchester United. Chairman, the signings, coaches sacking, new coaches coming in now. A new effect of Manchester United. Now sometimes last week I say you should go beyond the coaches and sometimes you question the players than Kasa. Harry Maguire for crying out loud. Chama, we a United player. I will see a kind of the English national team. You cannot be paid that much and play this game for Manchester United.
It's good you did not use any to describe it.
Too poor. And the players now any that match now. We see a kind for a top line of Manchester United, the chairman. Play like a United player. Question yourself. Ultimate park so mobo bian for the say we Manchester player, you know, but mobo bian for Wadi. And the rate at which they are going, one try any season, for a team finishing second, one where Manchester United, 8 out of 4 more. You can make this addition, quality addition, so much capital investment into this team. 9 years season, one team have more even a top 4. A bit too disappointing. I'm so surprised for Manchester United. And my manager said, finally, Newcastle's winning game. Chairman, Newcastle, when you take over, no, be any say, you make market 2 players. 2 players. But almost everything 3-1 and ra.
Yeah.
Which means that for the first time this season, Newcastle only 2 games at Twaso. Don't forget, before some mentioned Newcastle, no much Leeds United 1-0. So 2 consecutive wins. I didn't see that. And say time you take over no general come market team koto players ade mania jam mo say player no koto mo no most of them they don't even start and the same old players but different mentality. I'm sure say Omosaki coach ST Bruce ekofa Eddie Howe buy no as they are different for players the team say you are playing for Newcastle a big club. Newcastle a big club now una bear this on water record now Newcastle for relegation some mentality them na me sure say Once branch friend Bruno Guimaraes and started almost 40 million from Olympic Lyon one started former Brighton centre back a branch friend Dan Ben 30 million also one started and my target number 5 free Aston Villa on loan on the start here on Nick and Trippier the start here on the laterals now on me win this again by 3-1 Maniaje me sure say going forward this place the make team no one be like to say Newcastle be surviving a relegation but the catch your chairman said the appointment of Lampard for Everton a big gamble. Baby Everton dano. Say o gamble na mfa you are going to relegation. Senka Everton at the bare 4B and a 6B now gamble on the coach dia. Chairman kebetimi dia chose bia amfa kra na e bia betimi akembe 10th bi no odi. But Everton and now you can say losing 3-1 to team or struggle like Newcastle United. A chance Everton I drop here by that 16th position. Omanya very careful like nay omo 19 points. Norwich omo down machino 16 points. Norwich winia o take Everton. Sanso and even Newcastle now another Everton achieve 1 point. Omo Everton leading Newcastle by just 1 point pay. So starting thing that to me to me ya
they overtaking Everton in the Premier League. More like this Everton to relegation. They are pointing with Frank Bachaman, a big gamble. They have done that over the years in Nano.
FA Cup they won, but
we are talking about the league.
League
Uber against Newcastle. At least get a point. Newcastle struggle. The new players they brought to the chairman, almost didn't red team anymore. The same old players, but to be able to beat 2-3-1. Lampard first Premier League game there. Chairman, I'm very careful. Now team in the pass capital injection, almost 415 million pounds injected into this team since 2016. Next time team and you be next time don't call relegation there. 3-1 against a promote team or struggle like Newcastle there. Chairman and then Manchester City and Brentford. Only say City called 12 games and no be intimation. Yes, no be intimation. No, now winning streak. They won 12 games at twice. And to say I'm going to surround 1-1. I'm going to drop air points. I did about City. I am near Japan. Is a chairman. You better start season win. You need kind. Say City any strike and don't be break. I'm going Ronaldo Monya. I'm going Hurricane Monya. Tienye can say there be. Say Obo season like the Premier League. Now we need a proper center forward. I have no better struggle. Bene, I did many Jama City partner say top 4 leagues, top 5 leagues in Europe in Nano. Then the goal difference also pano, Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich goal difference plus 47. We Bayern Munich through on more. The next team and the goal difference also Man City plus 41. Even in the Premier League, teams now bona omukra strikers akesieno. Omu goal difference lower than Man City and the goal difference plus 41. They are the best in the Premier League. You know, omu anya striker there. But the young bobo na homushe goes in there. Like they said, every season, Biana City goal difference, running to bear plus 70 thereabout. And then chairman, Omubo Fie. Man City about 9 games and 9 games now. Also, FA Cup, Fulham by 4-1. Which means that Man City acquired 9 games with fear. 9 games, what we need now. In those 9 games, average goals per game, 3.3 goals per game. Etihad. It's only City, bo, na Etihad there. Chairman, na Juman Eya Coembre, Edia Momo. Now, Adia said, what's it in the chairman? 17 Premier League games played on Wednesday. So, we try bet. Now, Man City Airbo game, now Wednesday in the Premier League. 17 games on Wednesday, Premier League games on Wednesday, 17 wins. The Man City enter Lusu game, I bring a Premier League game on Wednesday. There, the can say, there is no team in the Premier League, chairman, or shall first go to Man City. Season, I can say. Man City as a first goal in 17 matches. There is no team as a first goal in a game that Man City or in those 17 games. Those 17 games or first goals. City anya the quiet draw and Timmy Edifa. Now they are playing against Brentford. We are sure to beat me as a Brentford. Brentford last weekend. Omulusu 4-1-2. I think say Everton the FA Cup, which means that Brentford anya 5 games and in Omulusu. Atwaso Makumakunum and in Brentford Lusu 5 games. 13 consecutive games are team keep clean sheet. Now team keep clean sheet against a top scoring team in the Premier League there. Cham yes so say Man City Kobe 2 or more goals I not be surprised. Man City on form, but I'm very careful. Also only Liverpool by 9 points pay. Liverpool
9 points pay.
But Liverpool game to play.
9 points also pay.
And I'm saying Liverpool game to play. Say Liverpool SSR game never have any 0.6 and the press about 2 also. So they can't afford to drop points again. Now
Liverpool, okay, anyway. Yeah, but Manchester City looks like when you are watching the Ghana Premier League, moves if you are leading league, you know the end, you go runaway winners.
Yeah.
But Man City leading league now is the pressure. Liverpool.
Or game to play. So Liverpool will lead Liverpool by 6 points.
I think also a game to play with how to focus. Has Shanna the difference between becomes 7. How the last season, I'm not going to go lead you on 10. On Beijing League. One of that to coach.
Bechim. Say, a ball league Nanka Nanka ever to be the Man City Chanka and high. But team that watching team or whatever it takes. So, bet my best sound. So, points here, Biano. Take those points as much as you can. Because Osani Liverpool is able. Osani Babo. It's no Bomadiana who could drop points again. No winner or closing gap from 9 to 6. What in the bar, like so betting show. About 3, pressure will be on you. So to be able to ease pressure, okay, 9 points now, and to so maybe
some Manchester. What is the problem? Yeah, Brazil.
Chamo, I think it's a problem. The rotten if you throw na BBC form. The biggest challenge of the club, another staff yahwe mu atena se didi akire hunu se mentality no so ka wo bi
mentality of the United boys
of the United players wo form
if they are playing we are Manchester United you are playing against Burnley who mentality of form
but mentality no form papa you see the club has failed to make sure say players are omuni winners a omuye coach enya problem no ombetwe omasi nche ne club ne nye saade no
wanum
on say coach so omuye winners so maba Manchester na players ne omunya problems
Jose Mourinho
Louis van Gaal and omu commending Ole Gunnar Solskjaer Ole onye winner maybe as a player he had won the Champions League and all of these things but when it comes to coaching
okay
only that particular pedigree now Jose Mourinho ni van Gaal they will demand from you every single second we are their component found so ba drag outside Ragnick Barnes obebo the formation 4-2-2-2 and no demand a lot from the players to press to create a lot of chances be running a lot edu mrebi na new stories be na na etina bonti yes dressing room jato players na kontokwa the likes of Ronaldo mo anani e my scapegoat because Ronaldo mo no metina se aka cho say adena wo ye as a young player no emwa yire ho na bo let me achieve a lot it just Ronaldo koye an interview with Sky Sports owie say interview no na waka nsem bebre wom amamanfo krampoji tum ye say Greenwood asem na oye dey oka most of the players in Manchester United team their bank average in terms of mentality it's obo game now so you trying to count 150,000 pounds a week 120,000 pounds a week or 200,000 pounds a week obejina park no so to papas wa onim say results ne ba amaso no abepa cho no afiri onoko and chamo it is becoming something that is very sickening the moment you start choosing managers over players team no players ni benya a certain power and the moment a players ni benya a certain power no when you are winning mentality I don't think you are going to win any other trophy amanaba and it is very very inflicting on some of the players compare sign on mobile team and watch mo chamo mi jitumie say a free through besi from Glazers at the bench na besi no club no like a certain plan and I was on mutimi the boa mo born
to Manchester United okay mami nyabisa
ade
can we say do you see Manchester winning the trophy
Chamo
anytime soon.
Chamo is over. You see, Manchester United bet me akọ. You see, the only thing that you bet me can is say very realistic is a Richard Ragnick. Me Ginidi say ne consultancy role no. So mu tie na futuo. Aboa no. Ama nioma a opeso odi go akọ Manchester United fan into ma pefra no. Omutimi ya acha 3 or 4 seasons Manchester United beji trophy.
Now 3 or 4 seasons na muti.
Now Jurgen Klopp buy it. You see,
I understand, but
Jurgen Klopp buy Liverpool. Look at the number of years. Also, sometimes it depends on the situation of the club.
Then why as a then why?
You see, well, what's the footprint in terms of how the record city here, especially with teams like RB Leipzig. Chamo, RB Leipzig should you on emergency aba. Omaba be force in Germany Bundesliga. At a point in time, when you for Champions League,
Germany on forces in Norso. You don't get Germany force.
Chamo forces in Norso, but the blueprint here is about the success story. What to me do man? And easy.
Okay, tell me your baby United.
And easy.
My question go back to
you just
say how soon number the trophy. We just ask answer.
But Chamo,
as I said, DFA Cup crunch.
Chamo, a player back when and person me can one empire Alain Saint Maximin for Newcastle.
For Newcastle, yeah.
And now who say after the game now. Coaches ni mienu nyina bona baso and utie the description of modema boy na eso ani na mijetum ye say ono na nkasa no ontimi live up to 60% of ni potential kuta no and trimu ye ni dey pa enye trimu da on ka Saint Alain Maxim ka bibia expect san ko bobo no ka bia ko si aka Madrid mo ana top level club bia all dominate ya and say ka wiase mu top 10 players compound ke dey be kan. But if you and it depends on how you manage such a player to get the best out of him. Now managing the potential, I was expecting Sabeti Miaka because na Ojabo Bokra continue few crampona or Mrs. Kadebi Ofipa or Betimia Sumu I had the official pebia. And looking at in the background in the baby of free banner tells you so much about how I was so to me manage
St. Allen Maxim. It's na coaches be to say Mark Hughes mo no more wo honum nyina no muntimi and get the best out of him. Because can SMP ana ne real. Oko pie mo Newcastle dressing room ma. Oh a darling boy. Yes so no so ya gige no so because ono nyina no ya gige no so. Una nka onyini na nka ma me. Oko Paria oye director of education na ka we dey. O papa administrator Emma Didore University or Paris. On her last born. One of the best academies in Air France. And a branch and a chassis, not even talk about the Villiers Le Buisson. I'll free one on by. It's in the 3 months the desk because fear more there. Because they also enjoy in the spot, Diano. Only those boys almost started Bobona because Wabobo Street, our brand will be a son moon or pejano. The talent is there. And to young coach will be very tough on him, Kaka. And I believe, sir, Alan St. Maxim. Or one player, he has the potential to be a top 10 player in the whole world.
Well,
the real city dribble, the pace.
Are not born in
your coach or one with the finishing pro. Another the obesity are finishing balls. I'm telling you, St. Maxim is a dangerous player. Okraba head in Sobeji. Lastly, my main fancy, Jose Mourinho ni Roma. Roma in Tamerlan. I feel say Jose War. The problems are offensive or AS Roma. In terms of building a squad, on bet me dominant me a trophy. Kamiji do me say Coppa Italia no ebemo mo the perfect route. San commit me di a domestic trophy. Amanyoma koye ediamomo. Na what's the area Jose Mourinho the domestic trophies on Fen Niagro. If he wants to dominate in any single league, it will buy England say the first trophies are or tidy a Carabao Cup. One Carabao Cup and that's over 2 team or TMG League and not your magic community show. Just to build the mentality of the players to be winners and setting the tone for how our Obetima is successful in the clubs. I know Babi PMO. But to me, with AS Roma, very, very difficult. Say Jose Mourinho Betimi achieve that feat after results.
But Mourinho, I see him coming back into the Premier League very soon.
Oh yes, maybe Newcastle. And Simone Inzaghi is doing a superb job. Antonio Conte bought the same formation.
I can't some you could tell me I was saying before in Nigeria, but when you are okay in a man san kase Arsenal with 2 games also able. Manchester United abo 1 game. If I did about 20, Chelsea about 24, West Ham about 24.
Tottenham 1 hour 3 games.
Tottenham 3 games. So we need West Ham United. What sign? If I Arsenal go
Arsenal so we need
yes we need yes West Ham United West Ham. If I that 4th. West Ham Tottenham we need that 4th. They go the 5th. Timpa and say lose bako. No win back, no more draw back. Let's say I 4th in this season. Arsenal will be on pre home. 4th in the day, default. Okay, that about was okay.
Chairman Kakrebi Mendine Abu Gabar, you know. On say, Chairman, yes, say Uweta. Umu de who deserve any de winya. Ebia Ubenya BB. But now we say we dear, I don't deserve it. Chairman, OTA. Okay. Chairman, Sir Christian or I. Obianim the West. Obianim the Christian ya de bois a pure affair. Enti Sir Christian so only the difference between the owner and the do deserve it. Sana ya netie. Edward Mendy. The difference between the owner any do deserve it. On say cap ne de wenya de, but he don't deserve the goalkeeper. He doesn't deserve the goalkeeper of the tournament. Chairman Obeka say Senegal ne Egypt a boy you know. Edward Mendy had 3 saves. Player no ne Abu Gabano. He was outstanding in that game. Onuna a ginem between Egypt against Senegal. Oh yeah, crucial saves that day. Burkina Faso. Any Senegal, yenya heavy coffee. Our 4 saves. Edward Mendy 2 saves because or cover ups be brave. Abu Diaro Moni Kulibari Mubono Mobono. Omo give it. Omo protecting us so much. Etibon crowd been kono. Anna why that saves no. Obeka Equatorial Guinea. Mendy, only 1 save against Equatorial Guinea. Yosu Sovono, 2 saves. Kevin. Mendy only 1 save. Malawi, Mendy wanye save cry in that game. But yenya Charles Tomu were 3 crucial saves against Malawi, against Zimbabwe, against Guinea. Send it the end die. Mendy no anebi. Enti Mendy ne ba no clearly umu say do obe boy but nenye wono. Emma Oma qualify. Well, now we Egypt. Or against Guinea Bissau, Sudan, Ivory Coast. Against Ivory Coast now we plama Gabaski by. And after say Gabaski by, you win the performance.
Gabaski no one deserve it, you know. So and the good thing is some men the Adjatum say Abranching deserve it more than him. Men didn't say on France and what you say
different mentality.
And everyone say never be a say obej no kure atum. I mean accepting well, Clifford Cheba was the boss. Manchester United need a manager that will build a new culture at the club. Well, yeah, hey. Anna, Joe, so you can say, Chairman, the Man U problem can never be solved because of the level of Ferguson, the level Ferguson raised and left. Ferguson was a man who was able to instill discipline right from the FA, the media, the Man United board, and to the players. So everything was working systematically. I remember he once even banned a BBC journalist from interviewing him for 6 good years. He told Moyes all about it, how to continue the successes. That's why he handed the board David Moyes as a successor. But he, Moyes too, lost track because of the Zaha Brouhaha. Chairman, I'm stating on record that Manchester United can never win the Premier League again. It's also the level of Man City in the chance of the Conde.
I don't know, John Muto and Rafragnik just allow them to work.
Well, get January right. So say, CAF, any Ghana Football Association, announced dates and venue for a Ghana game, Nigeria, a playoff tie, no. Now the attorney said the first leg, Ababasu Cape Coast on the 24th of March. On the 24th of March. It is out to one starting your plans. If you want to watch that game on the 24th of March, Cape Coast. That's about Cape Coast. Cape Coast. From how to Cape Coast, how many hours?
Approximately 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours.
Yeah.
It is over so Cape Coast game now. Has a 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
The one is all track him 4.5 hours.
Say I can't switch na so and now heard him say 5 no.
Can
agent na 9. Ah, na say 5 no.
The quantum so every time bear 4.
Every time bear 4.
Oh, okay. It's Cape Coast. Yani Nigeria game the 24th. Give go Cape Coast.
24th in Thursday.
Aye.
Thursday. The place which might be drew that way.
I said normally on be be some weekend new year. So we have weekend matches. We be about Sunday crown. Obo we also flight by Monday. Also Ghana.
No be do Accra.
Be do Accra. So Odu ya near the motorcade
neko. You have flight to Mesa for from.
The motorcade.
Monday will be wasted.
I was thinking that you're on Accra. I was going to choose Accra.
You see the point.
I was going to choose Accra. It looks like because Accra so approved by
NT place might be drew Monday. Now the car form. I could do Cape Coast. The same Monday will be wasted. Normally training Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday they play the game. The next game no see was on Sunday. On Sunday,
Nigeria
German Cape Coast was not at the NSA choose to climb in the face of these circumstances there.
That's like you call for the Accra Stadium.
Transport Stadium.
Because the Caps inspection there. Yeah, I was thinking it's a Accra.
Transport Stadium. So once even has a football. Omunya issue. Now question me busa me say between that space of time NCC no e den no mutimi ye boaye e ma stadium no etimi meet the standards and CAF so hwehwe. You see even Yankasa club license or Ghana Premier League in Mikran only say they have issues with Accra Sports Stadium.
Yeah.
Because now no more vet or more the bar after inspection no more say partially approved. Not necessarily fully approved. Problems never won. A dear na benti a yentimi sorti these particular issues. And Cape Coast no players in the bars beko. Maybe I'm with 2 years in Nigeria so the bars beko. And now FA4 they feel comfortable with their players playing at the Cape Coast Stadium. Chamo me amete you know. Me one person you win the games at Cape Coast Stadium there, but me fully convinced about playing tough games at Cape Coast Stadium when we need a win. And as there's a certain level of atmosphere bu Cape Coast. It's not so encouraging to face big matches again. I perceive boy
atmosphere because
and then
Bobby win you.
And I make us say Yabo games win you but games like Nigeria mu games in Ibine was say we have a certain atmosphere. Cape Coast can't give you that.
Okay.
Cape Coast intimi mass hard you know.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, but the first leg the 24th of March Cape Coast. Then 3 days later, Yababo Abuja. I know on the 27th. I don't know. Ebebaso Mushura Abiola National Stadium in Abuja.
And you're not Dangote renovating and
aye, that's what we are gathering. Say Abuja now. They don't know what mean a new place to play. Try
when you begin to ask questions, me say questions we me busa fitibe 1 week in and there's a level of okay I will be say calf there the omuni say Cape Coast na fete the omuni say Cape Coast na fete akran fete but me so I know say submitting venues are at least submitting you know
yes submitting Cape Coast na Accra
why is it that they are still giving us reasons to tell us say CAF are comfortable with Cape Coast than the other place, which means between time and Africa any problem or no the FA never pushed
they don't
say BB and what transport stadium meaning say no duty so be there but they could have found and Cape Coast no it's like they are becoming comfortable because it is a venue me sure say FA for no kwakrampo na as a pressure ni omo so obia but I'm telling you for a fact say game no musuro some dem back Kumasi and I even Accra I'm not for the bomb
but my point is this: why do you spend money? And that is what Gamdo do say. Why do you spend money to renovate a stadium? And afterwards, CAF say substandard. So we should ask the people who gave the contract to the people who were supposed to recruit. Ghana, how much would this cover Moody free? Accra Stadium now you say you renovate grass you renovate stadium now but they say CAF say has boy and your mama sanctions me because of dressing room. So then you're ready renovation
consultation. So mama yesterday no tikuma.
Anyway, young Toswe. Okay, referee now Odi Asante Kotoko Anakin Faisal.
Yes.
Julian Nuno. And on a share perfect goal be na job side. Okay, say Christian ona Odi sa video no cry by. Say was it in Fegi?
In Fegi.
Yes, in Fegi was a perfect goal. Bana a star referee. It was a banning referee. No, the referee was banned. But referee appeal decision. No, the appeal decision. The appeals committee no. I say omni referee yarging into ban no yet omu yefree so. And this is the reason a referee need to call the appeal or say he's a center referee. And Mramuno, the assistant referee is solely responsible for offsides. The assistant referee in flag here. He has no option than to whistle because the referee never line. If there is a mistake, it's not from him. It's from the assistant referee. And the appeals committee, uphold claim and plea for a review. No, say there be a Newcastle abandoning the ban no Omatogo, upholding the appeals decision. No, Julian can officiate again.
That the fourth was from the assistant referee.
The assistant referee to go to the assistant referee. That's it. Referee review panel. No, I guess also almost Sadia no now omo eka ho asem. Well, Ora we friend say Palmer. And so Edin Sembia to Jano say Palmer and say waka no. Na say nyina say Ghana football financing a big problem. There should be broader consultation. How we are going to finance Ghana football. And no, I don't know what I'm going to say.
Any approach I never find the football, it should be what you call sustainable approach or sustainable fund. Is it sustainable? If it's not sustainable, don't let us do it. Because Saban is creation of the rest of classroom and then for how long? Are we going to enjoy this for 5 years? After 5 years, these clubs will be well resourced enough for them to continue. It's happened in Argentina, it's happened in Italy, it's happened in Spain. Government gave the clubs money of funding one. What do baby know? These clubs like Real Madrid will grow up to the extent there. They have become giants and they are able to contribute their taxes to the government.
Whoever say Palmer, Tamayu Club president in Sama or they Atudra, and so I don't know now. They take CAF for one and on the break again. CAF. Musimba, Veron, Musimba. What guys on there, Brennan and Kumasin. Big chance no more head Tabrantin. Well, Ayubusa, ya bi bisa say penalty no so a kodogode na o je your reverse no adena eno for na hwe ho asem ende say omun say is not even a penalty. It's a decision to reverse it. Emrane Makwan is in the FIFA rules. So bibia utimi se sawadwin as long as play has not restarted. And I say ya commence play again no. Uti referee utimi se sawadwin. Enti eno de enya de referee no. Omoye no hwe. Well, Governor Siama Santiago go player no what terminate the contract with Santiago go. Na say Bichim and Ogusi na kan e de amom say Bichim looks like almost a place so na anabila no nyina ewo okra no mo no nyina wo e say some da di go achi our league table no so
5 points. One of the best teams on home games no manya record be brady.
They are doing very well. Say one of the teams that was a sure bet investors no.
Oh obo fie
investors no sure bet. Okay, Asante go Abraham Jevan Joseph Amoakonso we free Ghana. In fact we free Ghana. Na the tense ordinary achi wo Helsingborg. Sweden. I will on a season loan. Mr. Mokancha Branton says Sweden ho. We are abedom to see who are the young Catarani.
Fine guess.
Oh, who gave you a young Catarani?
Experience no Dawson.
Experience Kingsley, Mo Kingsley Safo, Kwame Conte, and the Sardin Yanti, almost Okono. Mr. Agent of Nicola Santoro on penny for entry for I know something on Ponsade or I invested in Sanimo because or yet. Player transfers is happening in Anti. Omun to the foot. No more than catching a bush of Fonso. And soon turning chance against the crutchy. We are Bushia Okono, you're careful. And man, there, come on. Acquire or call Japan or call him and Crow Mugaria. Yet nearby, Aquano. Or call Japan and great giant of the tail on the chin. Any ball.
Yes, say, we a player now, Ruma, a man to me be boom.
I tell you, jump a crew can see a 20, right? We are see a woo. Aquano Oko Japan. Oh, yes, so a bushend that's all. That do call Japan, so Konakoye, you make a cabra or call you have not great Jarry. Japan cried 16 and 17 for 18 for or Pena got it to know it is hard. We soon wait. Na ya de wako ne do nje raba Ghana na ba vie ne wuza se o me ne wanka o se ne wana ngwazo ba se ogohemba mesre mo kanche no se ho ne de Sweden ho a new society and it's a 7 predator Sweden ho gra de wa o ne oyire kra na se wakodo nkria so ba ne your girlfriend kwa na so ne bo match na match ne bomu na oba nka say it's okay stop also stop. So one stop what?
You need stop bed.
So one stop what? This over 10 years.
I was stop.
Mr. Branton, they wishing him well. We are hoping that he will do very well, and after the season, maybe come back say almost sign substantively. Eti almost had omunka omuntu Branton for, and so far and home. Okay, you have said Andy Cassias. Emrana.
Pama semno. Me yase time aso. Sa asem ye hia be 1 hour to address it. No one question per na and yaba. How can the FA be able to convince the government say you bet me the $25 million up for me in AFCON, Ako World Cup? Not yet to mean convince the government and the ministry say you invest at least $10 million away league nima you bet me the ABB.
The point is, Palmer can say, even if government decides to invest, for how long? Government decides to invest 1, 2, 3 years. Then FA no so and the point is, as a FA not be lazy institution, Yenyeska near D, Yenyeska near there. It will be over the first camera in Yukodi.
You see, the clear plan here near say, but who say FA for the Omunye serious in terms of bringing a plan I was here follow team because me say even roadmap. Yeah, the be resume a league about COVID-19 issues by you know. Yeah, patcho kanya sana the F you know at the roadmap. Echo the ministry akwakochira ban so I ready so bit my baby. I feel say give the government a certain reason, something that is very feasible to achieve. And setting the roadmap in the tour. Now outline it says kawa you invested in her 10 million yet to tell me the way in the next 5 years you see a league through this level. You see a team top players through this stage. You see a class need to be performing our Cup Champions League and near the Super League nearby at this stage. Let it be realistic achievement. And major to me as a government can be convinced.
Well, another issue so bad on Julian Nuno. Ruling about Bontienra. Julian Nuno any appointment. The German people say appointment is not so bad and they are let's say the appointment then run. Now people say when you say Amafo connection wo ayirum pa o. Anyway, your friend of Veron Musengo Oba.
Omra Ghana has no meeting Kumaidi. Even in our league, you see a binding first commission. How then do you act the same government now? League Ayabo, Yeniska. You see a binding first commission league in them. But I see a binding and free football. Now, CAF for no, Chama want to say F for now, they are not serious. Say, come on, football, I'm gonna be lucrative now. And class on best self financing and paying here by more.
No, the issue, Unim say, Opa M5 in life, oh, Christian. Say, Nyame Wadum, or you have your own family, or you you have your jobs. If I don't cry, they say, what I say, oh, Juma, you cater for yourself.
Yes.
What I say. Bani mmienu say anya wo sister penya na obra penyi kura no o kan sama uti you will not odimi fan say me na dem me na me hunti and no kura hunti bi nyesa so how much more senka I was situation ka bi anko on nka depending on them they say that menyine dum from pensoa and no also kire me de menye when you do that as a sebio was who appreciate there omoyema
yeah
I'm thinking that the GFA said the Omama check cup for no. Say negotiate a contract press conference. I got some na chain. Say mom interfere coaching. Da abayin bi ba. Na ni edin part say so ja abayin for yi. Am bebe. And I said Nigeria president Nigeria for the be omo ni even say. Buhari. I can come say omo ti you do go 5,000. Omo one that is go 5,000. No to be drive. What you three? Some money on who there. I say also on who there born yema on mine nti. Na obi be say to convert on the sign check me to that $20,000 each. On a mere sign. Urgent 11. Only
I'm imagine an Africa government in Rafubo. And they all sports facility in Ghana say abane.
Yeah.
Football stadium and they say renovation krano abane mrameye. So let's imagine the situation say abane say we need free football more. There will not be football on this continent. If Frankasa will not survive.
The issue is CAF and the company FIFA and the cranny. They rely on governments to be powerful.
How then do you ask them say we won't stay away from football?
FIFA president no no te one no. Kata for friend no pepe skabi ye yi di shesho mo nsa. Se no mo say World Cup November ni December.
They say no asama Andy the Bremen na for aboafo no ebra. Na ene Mike me am nipa Michael. Mike
connected today. For enquiry, sales and support, contact us on 020 8282